always beat Crystal Palace, don't we? Death taxes and beating Crystal Palace. Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Look, there's good stuff about this game. We will get into it, but what a frustrating result. In a game where we had 2.3 XG, only scoring the one goal, and 0.4 XG with an Ebe Eze goal from Palace. Good play from Chelsea, but it would have been such a good win as well. Oliver Glasner's side, his Crystal Palace, are a serious... I don't think they've had a difficult start to the season, but they're a serious footballing operation. Dean Henderson making superstar saves in their goal against Noni Madueke and looking very good, annoyingly. Of course, they kept Mark Gurhey. He didn't get his move to Newcastle United for 70 million, so they'll be very happy with that. They've still got Adam Wharton in midfield. They've still got Ebe Eze. They've still got Jean-Philippe Nteto, who's apparently the second best striker in the world behind Haaland. They bring on Ismail Assar, we know is a good player. Frustrating. Look, I mean, yeah, not good enough. Not good enough. Crystal Palace at home. Yeah. We are going to look at the big picture, though, and where we are as a developmental project. But boy, this game frustrated me. A lot of pressure applied from Chelsea towards the latter stages of this game. I just want us to sort of really click, you know? Really sort of click. We are going to speak about it. Hey, thanks for joining me. Welcome back. If you do want to support the content, super simple. Drop a like. I'm getting some new equipment, by the way, tomorrow, which would be good. I'm getting a new microphone stand, so hopefully you won't have this in the shot. It will be going upwards. And I'm getting a stream deck for triggering stuff as well. So I'm really going all in for you guys. Big investment. So if you do dig the content, let me know. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the bell if you choose to subscribe. Right, we're going into an international break. We've had 1 loss, 1 win, and 1 draw in the first 3 games of Enzo Maresca's tenure as Chelsea manager in the Premier League. Some positive stuff, some frustrating stuff, and yeah, I mean, look, 2-0 loss to Man City, fine. For your first game as a new manager, that's fine. We played some alright stuff. We did a really good game away at Wolves, especially in the second half. And then this game, at times, we look good. You know what? I'm going to use SofaScore as per usual for reference. Let's have a look now. As you can see on the left-hand side here, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. This is attacking momentum. As you can see, the green represents Chelsea and the blue represents Crystal Palace. Lots more attacking momentum from Chelsea than from Crystal Palace. In terms of the highest rated players, ours was Cole Palmer, interestingly. I thought he didn't have his best game. Theirs was Dean Henderson's, more so than their goal scorer, keeping us out. Alright, this is how the team's lined up. As a 4-2-3-1 from us, who of course we saw Malagusto and Vern to the midfield, and it was a 3-4-2-1 from Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace. Dean Henderson shining, as well as Ebe Eze. I just want to check something. So Malagusto, let's have a look at his heat map. Yeah, sort of like, kind of playing a little bit more as a right back than a totally inverted into the midfield, should I say, which would mean I want to see Cole Palmer, because Cole Palmer very much had a free role. There you go. Very much at a free role. So it was a little bit more conventional of a 4-2-3-1 formation than perhaps usual. Let's just quickly make that a bit bigger for you guys. Yeah, I'd say maybe. So Cole Palmer. Yeah. All right, stats. Left-hand side of the page now, as you can see. Here we go. Chelsea had 63% possession, as you would expect. This is a frustrating turn of events. So we scored 1 goal from basically 2.3 XG. They scored 1 goal from 0.44. Of course, a quality finish from Ebe Eze. This is the stat that kills me. 5 big chances, and remember, big chances are like often chances that you can score goals from. 5 big chances to then none. That just shows you what a good goal and also fortuitous situation that Eberechi Eze goal was. 13 shots to their 9. They pulled off 6 goalkeeper saves. One, of course, included that amazing Dean Henderson save against Noni Madueke, which we really should have scored from. I mean, I don't think Noni did much wrong. He was falling back. He somehow got a hand to it. Dean Henderson, that should have been a goal. It's frustrating because we played quite well, especially in the first half. In fact, let's look at these halves compared. So, first half, we had 58% possession, 1.77 XG. So this is where we did our best work, as you can see here. But even in the second half, we had nearly 70% possession. We still had a better XG, and we created 2 big chances to their 0. We should have won this game, man. We should have won this game. We should have. Of course, it was a Nico Jackson goal in the 25th minute. That was actually a really, really, really nice goal. Counter-attacking goal. I think all 3 were involved. Madueke, Palmer, and Jackson. I mean, Neto was obviously playing as well. And that, what was that, 25th minute? I thought we were going to cook. I thought this was going to be a 3-0 Chelsea win. And not like a sort of, you know, ripping Wolves apart 6 goals because they're leaving way too much space. I thought it was going to be a hard-earned and a well-earned 3-0 win to Chelsea, especially after that excellent Chelsea goal. Of course, we had a couple of fouls, yellow cards early doors. And by the way, I'll get it in now. Like, I don't think it's like a headline, but the ref wasn't very he ain't got Chelsea boxes on. Will Hughes probably should have got 4 yellow cards before he was tactically substituted for riding so many fouls from Oliver Glasner. And the fact how Neto and Fofana both got yellows for their first fouls was a bit much, you'd have to say. But you know, I do a halftime live on my Instagram at Football Yannick, if you're interested in that. We're all pretty happy about the first half. At halftime, we're looking really good. Like I said, the stats are strong. 3 big chances created. We score a lovely goal. Noni Madueke has an excellent chance, an excellent save from his chance. It was really good. We see changes, and of course, the Eze goal happens. I need to sneeze, one sec. Oh, double sneeze. I'll pause the recording there. Yeah, look, the Eze goal. It was a chance. It was like a corner or a set piece or a cross coming in. Sanchez makes a save, or a deflection. It lands really fortuitously and kindly for Ebe Eze, who still has to execute an excellent finish. It's one of those goals, right, that you go, okay, a little bit lucky, amazing execution, fine. I'm not like really angry with Chelsea for conceding that goal. I'm angry at Chelsea for creating. How many big chances was it again? Was it 5 or 6? 5 big chances in this game, and not scoring. We see loads of changes. Felix comes on for Neto. Jackson's booked for time wasting. We see other players like Mudryk come on for Gusto. It becomes a really weird formation. Like Enzo Fernandez drops into a centre back. Looking here at the SofaScore ratings, it's really only the wingers that have been rated lowly. Pedro Neto, I think he looks promising, as in like what he's trying to do, and I understand why Chelsea want him, but he's just trying to settle in. As you can see, very much a left winger. Great, 13 of his 14 passes, but yeah, he didn't complete any crosses. Only 2 of his 5 duels. He did complete a dribble, but meh. 7%, 7 times lost possession, which is kind of okay for a creative player if you're doing things. Not really doing much. Now, Noni should have scored a goal. He was a little bit unlucky with that Dean Henderson finish. 1 second here. Here we go. Yes, so this is Noni Madueke's heat map. Very much a right winger. He had a 0.6 XG. That's probably from that shot he took. Didn't complete any of his crosses, didn't try any long balls. He did make a key pass. He only completed 1 out of his 3 dribbles, which is not really good enough for Noni. Yeah, not his best game, you'd have to say. Cole Palmer, very frustrated with himself here to the point where he got booked for kicking. Why can't I click on Cole Palmer? What's going on here? Click on Enzo. I can't click on Cole Palmer. Everyone but Cole Palmer, guys. Literally can't. Oh, he's down there. He's hiding. Right, Cole Palmer, what are you saying? He hadn't expected assists of 0.7, which is, of course, was the Nico Jackson goal. He only completed 2 of his 5 crosses, which he will feel frustrated with. 80% passing accuracy. Might sound good, but it's not good for Cole Palmer. Only completed half of his long balls. Yeah, look, he's got the highest rate and he lost possession 16 times. Now, we've talked about this recently on the channel. Creative players lose possession, maybe double digits. 16 is a lot, especially in a game where you're not winning and just trying and freestyling things. He's got the highest rating on SofaScore. I don't think he was our best player on the day, even if he played okay. Now, Nicholas Jackson, I was very pleased with. He only scored 1 goal out of 1.3, which is kind of okay. Would have liked for him to get the second. 3 out of 5 passes. What he's done an Erling Haaland here. He completed 3 passes and scored a goal. That is Erling Haaland's settings. I think he played well, Nico. I think he did what he was supposed to do. He had a chance to score both another goal, and it would have been both goals scored. But yeah, he'll be frustrated with not making passes and getting involved that much. He'll be frustrated for trying 3 dribbles and only completing 1. He will feel frustrated for winning 2 out of 7 ground duels and only for a striker. I know like centre backs are generally eat up aerial duels, but 1 out of 4 ain't good. So, yeah. How do you lose possession 7 times when you only make 3 passes? No, I'm not digging out Nico because it was a great goal. He scored a couple of goals this season. I think he's a great footballer. Wesley Fofana and Levi Colwill. Let's have a look then in the centre-back partnership. Look, Cucurella and Gusto were fine. Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, I think, were fine. I think it's the attackers that let us down in this game, and the 5 big chances and 1 goal would dictate that, you'd have to say. So really, you know, even though Palmer's got an 8 rating here, he'll be frustrated with himself. Jackson will be as well. It's the attackers that weren't clinical, you know, especially Noni Madueke. There's another goal for us in this game, at least, and it's a hard-fought win against a good Oliver Glasner side. Do you know what I mean? So it's very frustrating. I am pleased to see like the how he's sticking with Levi Colwill and Fofana. I think personally that would just get better and better and better. Wow, look at this! Look at this heat map from Colwill. Jeez, that's a lot of heat map. How many passes? 106 passes out of 111. 95% pass success. 126 touches. You can see there. So he was very much involved. But our big man Wes, of course, moved to right back towards the end of the game, so that's probably why you see he's a right centre back, but he played a bit of right back when Enzo tucked in, so hence him having such a big heat map there. Enzo's like, Fofana is really underrated for how he can get forward, by the way. Oh my god, hold on. So Fofana, clearances 3, block shots 2, interceptions 1. He was only dribbled past once, so he made a tackle. He completed 2/3 of his ground duels, which are strong. 1 out of 1 aerial duels. Losing, double digits for me, and I know he played right back and got forward, but to lose possession double digits as a centre back is bad. Maybe I will give him a pass because he did go forwards as right back. But yeah, again, nowhere near as many passes as Levi Colwill, who's playing more centrally. He still got involved and completed 4 out of 5 long balls. This is actually very strong from Fofana. And he tried a dribble. He succeeded in a dribble. All right, cool. So generally, like, I'm happy, right? I'm happy with everyone except the attackers. Like, that's how I feel. Looking at the stats as well. Jackson got his goal. He probably should have had another one with the chances. But Madueke, Neto, Palmer. I mean, Mudryk came on, had a higher rate. Let's have a look at these, man, then quickly. So Joao Felix, let's have a look. What did he say? He had a good few touches. Yeah, 12 out of 13 passes. Dribble attempts 1 out of 4. Not great. Ground duels 1 out of 4. Not great. Yeah, so Felix, and he lost possession 5 times, considering he wasn't on for that long. 40 minutes maybe all in all, so it's not awful. Mudryk's got a high rating, so I'm going to have a look at that in just a second. So Nkunku came on, 10 out of 11 passes, fine. Didn't really do much else, did he? No, not at all. It's difficult when he gets thrown out on the right wing almost, wasn't he? Was he on the right wing? Yeah, that's not Nkunku's jam at all. He's not a winger at all, and he'd probably prefer to play on the left, so I kind of forgive him for that. Mudryk, 5 passes. So what did he do so well here? Had a long ball, fine. He made a key pass, which is a big creative metric. Okay. He won his only aerial. He, won the majority of his ground duels, and he created. Yeah, it's fine. Fine for Mudryk. Fine. Yeah, frustrating, guys. Like I said, when you create an XG of 2.3 and you score 1 goal, that's a massive underperformance from your forwards. So I'd have to say, from the Chelsea manager, I'm pleased generally. He set up really well. Obviously, Glasner sort of was better in the second half. He probably learned a lot from Chelsea. We needed to really kill off in the first half, probably, but there were still chances for us there. And that second half, where we weren't as good, we still had nearly 70% of the ball. We still created 2 big chances. We still had 6 shots. There's a goal for you there, man. There's absolutely a goal for you there. And that's what happened, man. Very, very frustrating indeed. How do we feel about this, guys? Early doors, I suppose, for Enzo Maresca. The Servette, the thing is, the Servette performance was absolutely terrible, but you kind of like wave that away because it was like 9 changes. It was the B team. It was on a potato field. There was quite literally a fireworks display in the stadium. And they just need to settle. I was sort of willing to just be like, whatever. Like, you know, I will remove both those qualifiers against Servette from my memory because they are Europa League Conference qualifiers, which is just, you know, they just don't exist now, do they? You're in the competition. If you go out the group stage, it's a disgrace. If you don't go far into the competition, it's a disappointment. You're expected to probably win it. That's what we'll remember. We won't remember the 2 random qualifiers against Servette at the very beginning of Enzo Maresca's reign as Chelsea. So I was willing to sort of push those away. And then you look at the Premier League, you're right. Like I said earlier, his first game against Man City, played a Ryan Parts 2-0 loss, kind of whatever, fine. Good result against Wolves, really, really good. And I like the setup against Palace. I like how we create a lot of chances, but I don't like how we look undercooked in terms of comfort. It looked immature. That was it. The attack looked immature, and that was frustrating. I mean, you know, there's a lot to like about Chelsea, you know, especially in that game when obviously Jadon Sancho is watching in the stands. Neto comes off. Mudryk comes on. I wonder if a Jadon Sancho in that game, a settled, comfortable and confident Jadon Sancho makes a big difference as well. Anyway, let me know what you think, guys. Thanks for joining me. Please do leave your comments. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing to this channel, Football Therapy. And I do hope to see you back here as soon as possible. So make sure you subscribe. All right then. See ya.